So today we're going to be reviewing and testing this here gun magnet. This is the package that it comes with. It does have some important instructions here, and in order to follow, or you'll want to make sure you do follow these, especially this part where it says stick to a flat, on a flat position you choose, making sure that the entire adhesive is on it if you are using the adhesive. A lot of people use these in their cars, and so chances are you might be using the adhesive. It does come with screws as well, so you can use this inside of your house. It has the wall anchors as well. But what I mean by that is you don't want to mount this and have it, you know, half of it sticking out this way or something like that. And also you can tell on my car right here, if I was to mount it on this spot, I could go and put it right here. But then this part, it kind of, there's a little bit of angle, so it's not going to adhere, it's not going to adhere to this part. So you want to make sure you have a fully flat surface like this over here, where I can go through and do, and I'm going to actually take a Lysol wipe and make sure I wipe this down first. And then even curved surfaces, I don't think this is the best place to go through and curve on like a curved surface like this. Like, yeah, it's attached all the way, but it still might fall off. You want it to be as flat as possible. And then you like got a car, you know, you have like these kind of spots over here. I would probably stay away from that. So this is where I'm going to be putting it. I'm going to go and wipe this down here and make sure it's nice and clean. We'll stick it to it, and then once it's done being stuck, we'll kind of give it a couple tests and make sure it actually does stand the test of time. Okay, so that's all clean and dry now. So what we're going to do is come through and peel this off. I'm doing this with one hand, and that's a very sticky adhesive, and we're just going to set it right there nice and flat. Make sure it's fully applied everywhere, like so. And you can see every part of this is actually touching where the adhesive. So we're gonna let this sit for 12 hours or so like the instructions say. Once it's sat, we'll come back and we will test this magnet out, see how it goes. So we're back, and it's actually been a little bit longer than 12 hours, but obviously I can't show a weapon in these videos, but I do have a couple different tools that I want to test this thing out with. The first thing that we have here is a wrench, and you can see it goes through and holds that very well. And as I go through and take this off, none of the adhesion is coming off. It's holding up really well. So I go through and just put this back on here. You can see no problems. That magnet is really strong. Now we have a hammer. This thing is pretty heavy, similar to a weapon, and you can see this is holding it absolutely no problem. And then getting it off, it comes off perfectly. I would say this thing is holding up really well. As I go through and just do it a bunch of times here, it has absolutely no problem at all. So you can see no matter what I'm throwing at this thing, it's holding up really well, no problems at all. So this is certainly something that I would recommend. Great to kind of conceal or put wherever you need to for your different firearms, whether in a car, or it's nice it has the option for the screws. Obviously, if you do go with the screws option, there is where you'd go through and place those. So lots of different options here, and very convenient to have for sure.